Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to watch UK TV in Spain. Now, as many of you probably know, most websites check your location when you access them. For a lot of these it doesn't really matter, but others make decisions on what you can see and what you can't see based on that. So for instance, it's quite easy technology. A simple blog site can lever this technology. So if I go to something like what's my IP address, you can see it's picked up my location as Madrid, Spain. It's just looked up my IP address and it's decided I'm Spanish. So from this point, any website I go to will often give me content based on that. So if I look, for instance, in Google for plumbers, I will get plumbers in Madrid. You see here, plumbers in Madrid, the 10 best plumbers. So I haven't specified a location. Google has looked and said, no, he's in Madrid. I'll tailor the results. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's not so good. One of the awkward things about this is it's extensively used for blocking access to content. For instance, a British person in Spain quite often wants to watch the British news or the BBC. If you go to the BBC, you can watch anything live, or there's a huge archive. So say I want to just catch up the latest news, and I go to BBC iPlayer, you can see it has picked up my Spanish IP address and said this content is not available in your location. So basically the whole BBC site is out of limits for me. Okay, based on my IP address. So Google, useful. BBC and just about every media site is blocked. So if you want to go to a US one or a Canadian one or Australian one, you won't get to them if you're in the wrong country, unless you use something called a VPN, which I'm going to show you now. Let me just close all this down. Okay, a VPN. Sits in my taskbar. Here it is. It's called, the one I use is called NordVPN. There's loads of them around. I've been using one for about 12 years now, when there were just 2 or 3, but there are literally hundreds now. Basically, it sits in my taskbar. You can see here, there's a world map. A VPN is called a virtual private network. If you like, it's just a secure encrypted tunnel between you and another server. The idea of it is to make all your data encrypted, because I'm not sure if you know, the majority of traffic on the internet is not protected in any way. You can read it straight off the wire, so to speak. But a VPN stops all that. Now, in this context, the encryption is not important, it's more the location. So you could see the experience I had on the internet was coloured by my Spanish IP address. If I want to use a different country, I need to get a VPN connection to a different country. Okay, now I've got here the United Kingdom. I'm going to show you how you can watch BBC iPlayer. Okay, now this is NordVPN. I won't go too much into details. I use NordVPN because it's cheap and cheerful, and it works really well for most geo-block stuff. It's probably the biggest VPN provider, I think, or certainly in the top 2 or 3. Now, when you're watching BBC, I suggest you pick favourite United Kingdom servers. There are about 700, I believe. But if you pick them, you can favourite them here. If you use Quick Connect, there's a Quick Connect button here which picks the fastest one. Sometimes you get put on there's too many people on one server for the BBC. It works fine speed-wise, but if you get too many people from the same place accessing the BBC, that'll block that address. So anyway, I'm just going to go and connect to one of the United Kingdom servers I use a lot. Here we go. It takes a few seconds, and basically it's establishing a connection from my computer to a VPN server in the UK. Okay, great. You won't notice much difference. But now we will go back to the BBC iPlayer site and see what difference it makes, basically. So I'm just going to the BBC here. Remember, I have now got a UK IP address and not a Spanish one. So I want to get the latest news on the coronavirus via the BBC. So I click on the news, as I did before. And you can remember I got to this point, and when I clicked on watch live, I got a message in the middle here saying, sorry, this content is not available in your country. And you can see now it streams perfectly. That's because I've got a UK IP address, not a Spanish one. Bear in mind, if I go to a Spanish media site now, I'll get blocked for having a UK address. The thing is with a VPN, it must be simple to use and sit in your taskbar. The thing I like about NordVPN is I can just disconnect it and watch. I can go to one website and then disconnect after I've finished with it. It's also got apps for my phone, tablets, and different other devices. You can get the best deals on NordVPN, cut the cost a lot, up to 70% sometimes. You can see what latest deals Nord have got if you click on the link in the description at the top there. Okay, well, I hope that's been instructive, and thank you very much for watching my video. Bye-bye.